Hello. Boy, that sounded like Carson. Hello, boys and girls. There we go. Have you guys ever done this? I just spent 5 minutes walking all over my house trying to get a good, good picture, good color, good, sunlight. I went outside trying to find like a nice background because it's aside from the fact that it's hotter than the fucking sun, it's gorgeous outside. So I wanted to show you outside, but I couldn't see myself, so you probably couldn't see me. So I ended up moving that fucking computer all over the, you know what I mean. So here I am in the kitchen. It's been a long time since I updated, and I realized that, so I thought I better just at least come on and say, hey, I'm very much alive. I appreciate all of the emails and comments and messages. I'm sure everybody that's gotten messages can relate to how awesome it is to read messages and know that people care about you, and that you're not alone. And now that I've actually met a couple of the guys face to face, this is like so awesome. If you ever get a chance to meet any of the guys that we communicate with online in the community, I highly recommend it, because it just brings the whole experience alive, and that's the beauty of the internet, and like I said, I highly recommend it. So I hope everybody's doing well. I know that Chris, I saw a couple of videos. I am way behind on my videos, I have to tell you. I'm in paramedic school, and I'm trying to catch up because I was away for a year, going through my chemo and everything. So, luckily most of the kids in my class are not that bright, so it's kind of easy to catch up, but it's still a little stressful. And I'm also having to ride rescue. But let me go back for a second. I want to say hey to Chris. It was awesome seeing you. And Aiden. It was so cool and so much fun on the beach. I don't know if anybody else watched that video, but it probably wasn't as funny to them as it was to us. But it couldn't have been a windier day. You probably couldn't hear a word of what we were talking about, but it was a blast. And so I hope both of you are healing up really well. I'm sure you are. And I heard some rumor and then extraction about Dr. Garamoni, and I don't know, just how silly about him being trans. So I'm just going to say it again here. He's not trans. Not that there's anything wrong with being trans or not trans, but I don't know how that started. But just, I don't know how these things get started. But don't spread that rumor anymore. If somebody mentions it, Dr. Garamoni is not trans, and that's the end of that. Anyway, let's see. I want to tell you something. Good news and bad news. The bad news first. Bad news is my family lost somebody very, very special, and there's a really long story behind who he is, but suffice it to say, this was a man who pretty much raised me with my mom and dad, along with my mom and dad, and he was my uncle, Patsy. And Aunt Rhoda died during my chemo last time around. I'm sorry, right after my chemo the last time around, so about 6 years now. And the strange thing is, the same exact thing happened with Uncle Pat. So, the short story is he also had cancer, didn't tell anybody, and chose not to do any chemo. He had his surgery, and he decided not to continue any kind of treatment, even though he was in pretty good health at the time. He was urged to do chemo, decided not to, and I completely stand behind his decision. None of us knew about it, so when he died, it was really sudden and big shock. One of those funerals, standing room only. It was packed. It was great to see family. My brother and sister couldn't come, so I had a lot of phone calling and, you know, relaying, and this guy was such an awesome man that he went to the cemetery every Sunday to visit Aunt Rhoda, and he'd put flowers on her grave. And there was an elderly man who also went every Sunday, who put flowers on his wife's grave, just about 2 doors down, 2 cemetery plots down. And when that man fell ill, he obviously couldn't come and put flowers on his wife's grave, so my Uncle Pat did it for him. And I guess after years of coming down and visiting, and this guy was just so awesome to be around. You know, one of those people that just you want to be around. Everybody wanted to be around him. At the grave site, the grave diggers, if that's what they're called, were standing back a ways, you know, waiting for the whole ceremony to be finished. I didn't notice this, but my father noticed. Was it my dad? Oh gosh, no, it was my girlfriend. My girlfriend noticed that these men were sitting in their golf cart crying, sobbing, because they got a chance to meet my Uncle Pat and got attached as well. So that was pretty interesting. Anyway, the amazing news is that Father's Day was fantastic, and my dad, this was really hard on my dad, and I can't even remember the last time I saw my dad cry, let alone sob. And anyway, we buried Uncle Pat on Thursday. Well, Sunday I took my dad out fishing, and I haven't been on my boat in a long time because I've been sick and poor. And anyway, I put a few dollars into the boat, got it ready, and I took my dad out fishing. And then we had a barbecue with my whole neighborhood. I'm in an end of a canal, and all of the people I live with, the 2 houses on the side that make up this little area. We all had barbecue together, and man, he left with a huge smile on his face, and we had some quality time together. My dad used to call me, this is birth name, my son, my daughter. That's how he used to introduce me. It's kind of not funny, but interesting. So it was quality father-son time, you know. So he went home beaming, and you know, that's about what's going on in my life. I mean, work is really great, even though I'm not back to full duty. Work is really great, and you know, I just got to get back in shape. I'm having a scan tomorrow, so I got to pass my scan. My blood chemistry's got to come back, and hopefully I get a clean bill of health, and I'll be able to start working out really hard and try to get back down on my on the line, on the truck, on rescue, on my fire engine, and like that. So anyway, hello again to everybody. I miss y'all, and keep making those videos. They're just awesome, and thank you so much for all the wonderful comments and messages that you've all left me. Okay, so I'm cool, I'm good, and I'll be keeping an eye on you, even though I may not be on as regularly as I was, because now I'm working and going to school again. I am watching. So take care, everybody. Bye-bye.